All right.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our partner spotlight today. My name is Joseph Barney. I'm the strategic account manager for Greater Los Angeles and San Francisco Bay Area. And I'm joined by my colleague Colter and our friend Pati Fagoaga from One&Only Palmilla and Mandarina. She's going to be telling us a little bit more about their amazing resorts, have some great updates for us today. And most fun is going to be learning a little bit more about Pati. So I'm going to hand it over really quick from my colleague Colter here.
Hey guys, just wanted to say hello. Thanks for joining for our Partner Spotlight series where we interview and get to know some of our best classic preferred partners. So Pati, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us. It's great to see you, I guess. Here we are. So yeah, take us on a quick tour of Mexico. I know you've got a presentation, and then after that, we're going to ask you some questions and just kind of get to know you a little bit better. So take it away. You're up.
Great. Thank you so much, Colter, Joseph, and first and most, thank you, Classic Vacations, for being an amazing partner to One&Only Palmilla. And we look forward to working closer and together also with One&Only Mandarina. So having said that, let me share my screen so that we can look into the slides that I have prepared for all of you. So thank you so much for those that are viewing, learning a little bit more about Mandarina and Palmilla, but also about myself. So before I start, I'd like to review a couple of things with all of you. So, you know, now with the situation that we're living, we have to be flexible. So we have some amazing new terms and conditions in place. In addition to that, you're probably wondering why One&Only Palmilla is not open yet. And the one thing that I like to share with you is that the property has decided to remain closed. Our priority is the safety and health of our valued clients and also our staff members. So the property has decided to not do a pre-opening, premature pre-opening, and we have decided to just wait and train our staff members and also the sales team as well, so that when we are, you know, ready to welcome our clients, we know exactly how to follow every single safe and health new safety guidelines. Okay, so that's as far as One&Only Palmilla. As far as new terms and conditions, definitely we are quite flexible. We're only requiring one night deposit at the time of booking. Cancellation policy, it's 7 days prior to arrival, and that is beginning October 1st, 2020 until next year. For festive season, which is around the corner, we are also being quite flexible with 50% deposit at the time of booking. And of course, cancellation and remainder balance, it's 45 days prior to arrival. The other thing that I do want to share with all of you is that One&Only Palmilla and One&Only Mandarina do offer 15% commission to all of our travel partners, and also full breakfast for 2 daily as part of consortia amenities. And that's just a couple of items that I had available to share with you. So just really quick, I know that many of you know Palmilla quite well. You know that this lovely resort, it's definitely a legendary resort in Los Cabos. It's the crowned jewel of Los Cabos, if I can say that. Beautiful resort, definitely quite colonial. So if we are to look for a resort that provide us a true sense of place, this is definitely One&Only Palmilla. It's definitely a true destination resort in the sense of that once you check in, it's really hard for you to get out and, you know, see the destination and this, unless it is your first time into the destination. We do have pretty much everything that you need to enjoy and have a very unique experience with us. All 174 room suites in our 2-bedroom, 4 beautiful villas. They do have beautiful ocean views. We are sitting on Mar Cortez, or the Sea of Cortez, if I can say it that way as well. So every single room has beautiful ocean views. Butler service, definitely. We are well known for the above and beyond smoothless butler service that we have at the resort. Authentic Mexican design. and exceptional dining options for sure. You know, whether is it that you want seafood, steak, lamb, we have Sear by John George. We also have our amazing outlet restaurant with authentic Mexican cuisine. If you're ready and you're not sure whether you want Asian or you want Mexican, we have ceviche restaurant. And then, you know, to top it off, we have our al fresco restaurant, which is Breeze restaurant. So lots to choose from. An amazing spa, golf, tennis, basketball courts, beautiful pools where you can enjoy some pool time. And most importantly, I want you to remember that One and Only Palmilla has a beautiful swimmable beach where you can swim all year round. It's quite private. And to top it off, we do have a plethora of amazing non-motorized water sports that are complimentary and that will enhance your experience at our swimmable beach. So that's just a little bit about Palmilla. If you have any questions, if you want to know more about the resort, rest assured that between Joseph, Colter, and I, we will be able to enchant you more about One and Only Palmilla. Let's now move to our second beautiful property in Mexico, which is coming up, opening up just in time Thanksgiving and festive. So One and Only Mandarina will open its beautiful doors on November 1st. So if you have anyone in mind for those seasons, do let any of us know and we will be happy to help you. This beautiful resort, it's quite unique. I have to say, I have to be honest, and I say it with so much pride. Mandarina, it's the most unique property in the destination, but also I want to say besides One and Only Palmilla, I could say that is the most unique property in the entire Mexico as well. The property sits on 640 beautiful acres of land, and this is all surrounded by the Pacific Ocean and the most beautiful lush jungle that you can find in the west of Riviera, Nayarit. Very unique, featuring 105 standalone beautiful villas, and most important and unique, beautiful tree houses. And these tree houses just picture like a beautiful bird nest, all immersed into the beautiful jungles. So this is a resort that's going to be perfect for every type of traveler. Honeymooners definitely into our beautiful tree houses. A variety of dining and entertainment concepts, including a beautiful jetty beach club. We also have a beautiful swimmable beach, lots of outdoor adventure, most definitely, trail systems, kids club, another destination resort in which your clients will come in and they will never want to check out. So that's as far as the resorts. If you want to learn a little bit more about me, then I'll put it back into Colter and Joseph. I think they have a beautiful list of questions.
Patty, just real quick on the resorts here. I just had some questions that I thought about as I was looking at your presentation. Thank you for that. So can you remind our listeners where Palmilla and Mandarina are? I know you went over that briefly, and then maybe what airports they would fly into respectively. Just give some context, just to tell us a little bit more about the destination.
Absolutely. One and Only Palmilla, it's in Los Cabos, right on the corridor, quick 20 minutes from the airport. So we are one of the first resorts that you will find on the corridor. So if your clients are flying from the West Coast or even from Texas or Chicago, it's definitely a quick 2 hours and 20 minutes to get to the resort. Once you, and also you fly into SJD, which is the Los Cabos International Airport, okay? As far as Mandarina, the airport that you will be flying into will be Puerto Vallarta. The resort, it's not as close to the airport. It's about 50 to 55 minutes, let's say maximum of an hour. But in 2021, we have a new road that is being constructed and it'll take us under 45 minutes to get to the resort. But all I have to say is that the road into Riviera Nayarit is definitely a beautiful scenery. We have foliage, we have flora, you know, from one side and the other side of the road going into the resort.
Nice. Thank you for clarifying.
Absolutely. Anything else that you would like me to go more into details or clarify for all of our viewers?
I think we're going to ask you the hard-hitting interview questions here.
Oh, I'm ready for that.
Let's get to the fun part. Let's do it. Y'all ready?
I snuck some trick. We're going to try and stump you now.
Okay. Hey.
Thank you so much, Patty. That was amazing. And of course, I'm sure all of our travel advisors who are watching this are very familiar with One&Only. You know, the property in Cabo is so iconic. And then, you know, Mandarina looks spectacular. I did a little bit of playing around on your website and just to kind of explore the design of the resort. And it's incredible. I'm a big architecture and design person. So Mandarina is just so unique and the setting is incredible. So I'm really excited for that to be opening this November.
Lovely. So, thank you.
Yeah. So let's ask you some questions here and get to know you a little bit better. So first off, what is your go-to bar, restaurant, coffee shop, smoothie spot, etc., near one of your properties? What is the thing that you order when you arrive? So in this case, it'll be Palmilla because Mandarina is not open yet. So
hey, you never know. You never know. I might have a nice place to go into Riviera, Nayarit. But let's just stay with Los Cabos because I know you're familiar with Los Cabos too. You just returned from Los Cabos. So I'm curious to know too if you did visit this place, but every time I come into the resort, it's always, you know, with the fam, with clients, so we tend to stay within the resort. But whenever I have some free time, I cannot miss the Sunset Mona Lisa restaurant in Los Cabos, in Cabo San Lucas. It is the most amazing cliff. It's sitting on a beautiful cliff, and this is where you definitely view the most amazing sunset views. I mean, unforgettable. I would have to now compare those views with Mandarina because Mandarina being on the west, we will definitely have the most unforgettable sunset views as well. So, but going back to your question, Sunset Mona Lisa, it's my favorite to-go bar. It's actually a restaurant too. I'm not really, to be honest with you, I don't go for the food, but most of it to enjoy a beautiful glass of invisible white wine, which is a Mexican wine from Guadalupe Winery, which is amazing. So I usually get that wine or a beautiful Whisper Angel Rosé, a beautiful 12 oysters or some sort of seafood, and I just wait for the beautiful sunset to appear. Once I'm done with that, then I return either to San Jose or to the resort and enjoy anything that we have going on there.
That sounds amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, continuing. Sorry about that.
No. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, carrying on with our rapid fire Q&A here, get to know you. You know, we know you're pretty active, Patty, and you like to stay in shape. Do you have, you know, like a hike or jogging trail that, you know, you're interested in, or is it just walks along the beach? What do you do to stay active?
Listen, thank you for that you say that I like to stay active and in shape. That was a plus. That was a great compliment. I do have a couple of hiking places, but the one I do want to highlight, I haven't been to it, but I am looking forward to visit. It's the waterfalls in Santiago, and this is in Los Cabos. The Santiago waterfalls are quite visited for either a beautiful picnic, a beautiful watching bird, or just simply go around the Santiago waterfalls. The hike is not as you know, challenge because it's only 0.6 miles, but the beauty that you enjoy there, it's really what attracts everybody to come and enjoy the Santiago waterfalls. Now, when I really want to do a great workout, I come into Santa Monica and I visit the Leones in Santa Monica hiking trail. It is spectacular. You can do, I want to say a total of 8 miles back and forth on that beautiful trail with beautiful scenics of the Pacific Ocean and the most beautiful mansions from Malibu.
Nice. I'm going to have to check that out.
Yes, please do. It's amazing.
So imagine that you have 1 day left at your property. How would you spend it?
Oh my goodness. Whenever I am at Palmilla, since we have so much to offer and to do, it's really hard to come up with just 1 day full of activities. But let me think about this a little bit. So the very first thing that I would do is get up quite early. and enjoy a beautiful sunrise. We definitely have, sunrise yoga, throughout the entire resort. So I will definitely, after seeing this beautiful nature, sunrise, I will definitely do yoga. After yoga, we have the most amazing juice bar. Definitely have a nice fresh juice, followed by an amazing breakfast at our restaurant. So that's what I will do, to begin with. I think after that, I will be ready for some pool time. So I'll enjoy pool time and everything. I think by this time, lunch has come. I will definitely enjoy the most delicious, believe it or not, fish tacos at Breeze Restaurant. And after that, I think I will be ready before I head back home, I will be ready for a full body massage. So that we have the most amazing spot. And then once I'm done with the spot, I think I want to go back to my room. If I'm staying in a beautiful casita, I definitely want to luxuriate around the room and enjoy some pool time on my private pool. Once I'm done with pool time, I think I want to, let me see what else is there. I definitely want to book a tequila tasting before I go into my favorite restaurant for dinner, that is Ceviche Restaurant. And after that, I have to tell you, this is one of the most favorite things that I like to do. Once I'm done with dinner, I'll go down to a beautiful fire pit that we have, which is so lovely. And that, I call it like, I don't know how to say it in English, what I call it, but what it is Joseph and Colter, you go there, you bring your glass of wine or champagne or cocktail. There's a beautiful fire pit right in the middle. You are listening to the wave of to the sound of the waves. And this is a place where you also make new friends. And if someone is having a beautiful celebration in Villa Cortez with fireworks, you have a complimentary, beautiful fireworks show. So it's incredible. One way or the other, I think that's what I would like to do after I have dinner. And then if I still have energy, which I know I will do, I definitely want to either join the One&Only Lounge or our restaurant. Both of the bars have live entertainment. Once I'm done, I'll walk back to my room, just, walking through the beautiful pathways. The resort, Palmilla, during the day when you check in, is this beautiful tropical getaway. And you're like, where am I? This is supposed to be like a desert kind of resort, but it's so tropical. But at 9, it's kind of like a chameleon. It becomes the most romantic, beautiful ambience. So we have all these beautiful palm trees that are lit. And we also lit over 1,000 different candles throughout the beautiful pathways with the beautiful aroma. So if you're, traveling with your significant other, definitely I'll hold hands, I'll come and walk back to my room. So, and the rest is just rest.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that was like a nice little virtual vacation in my mind just now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fix it. There's so much more. I go crazy when I go to the resort because I do want to experience everything so that I'm ready to speak based on experience.
Wow. So
yeah.
That just sounds amazing. Thank you for sharing that day. I think we're going to have to write that down and see how many of those things we can do. At some point, I would just love to do about half of that. That sounds great.
You don't even have to remember it. When you're ready to come, I will make sure that you have the most amazing itinerary.
Oh, thank you. Kind of switching directions here, getting to know a little bit more, about you. Can you tell us just a little bit about your career? How did you get to this current role where you are? And just sort of explore that just for a moment here with us.
Oh my goodness, get ready for the story. So to begin with, right after high school, I decided to go into the hotel industry. And so I was given the opportunity to be a front desk clerk at Ramada South. So that's exactly where my experience started, at the little hotel in El Segundo called Ramada South. After that, I want to say a good 4 or 5 years after experiencing, a front desk clerk and everything position, I was called by Omni Hotels to work for the regional sales office. So I was their office manager there, of course, also assistant director of sales and the whole entire, sales team. I want to say I spent a good 7 years there. I'm quite loyal. If I love where I am, if I have passion for what I do and sell, I tend to stay, at my companies for quite some time. And I think that says it all about being with Palmilla for 12 years. But anyway, so being at Omni Hotels, all of a sudden my friend tells me, how would you like to go into the medical field? I'm like, medical field from, hotel industry, it's a bit strange. So anyways, I found a job at Cedars-Sinai. I was there for about, I want to say 8 to 9 months. I got pregnant from my, little boy that I have, my 13-year-old boy. And then my husband said, you know what, just enjoy your pregnancy. But in between, One&Only Palmilla had already called me for an interview. They were looking for a sales coordinator. So I go in, I get interviewed. The little that I knew about the brand and the resort, I think I felt big. I don't know what happened to me, but I declined the offer. a year later, they call me again. And I'm like, well, this is interesting. So I'm like, now I'm paying attention. Now I'm like, I need to go back to work. I need to know what this company is all about. And that's how I started with One&Only Palmilla on my second interview. So I started as a sales coordinator, then moved into a sales manager position, handling the tour operators. So I had so much fun with classifications, enjoying, learning so much about what you guys do and how awesome you guys are. After that, I want to say I'm going into my 6th year. I was promoted again to another, sales position, handling the leisure segment. And so this is where I am. It's been 6 lovely years working with all the travel partners, and I'm enjoying it. I love it. I have passion for it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it definitely shows too. It's nice when you love what you do and you're so proud of it.
Of course. That's the only way to do it.
And it's nice that they came back for you a second time around. You feel nice. It's nice to be wanted, That's awesome that you made such an impression on them.
I know. But I have to tell you, it was unintentionally. It was just so young. I didn't know much. And I'm like, no, maybe not. I didn't like the offer, believe it or not. I think it's when you're young, you have this ego and you have so many people feeding into it. And then you make the wrong decision. But I think things happen at the time they're supposed to happen.
Yeah, everything turned out great.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So another question for you, if we have time.
Ooh,
absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So other than your own brand, what is your favorite travel destination anywhere in the world that you've been to? What makes it unique or memorable to you?
Absolutely. Well, silly enough, I know you're going to laugh at my answer, but my favorite destination is my hometown, right? El Salvador. And that is because, my immediate family is still there. So my mother, definitely all my immediate members are still there. So it is a place where I like to go back every 2 years. And I definitely enjoy. And I'm a local, so that is a full, beautiful vacation for me. But to answer your question in more specific, I think Bahamas really got my heart. 2 years ago, the way I do it is because Diego is only 13. I want him to really be a traveler versus Mama that hasn't really been traveling so much. So every year, which is a new destination. 2 years ago, we decided to go to Bahamas. I mean, it stole my heart from the resort that I was staying in, from really, really traveling like a local, because I had some people that I know in Bahamas. So they took me to, the little plaza where they had amazing seafood. I love seafood. I'm a lover of seafood. So every time I go someplace, that's what I ask for. The people there are so hospitable, so genuine. And everywhere we went, there was always a smile. The beaches are beautiful. And I think that what I love the most is that I was able to experience a local kind of travel, but at the same time, a luxury sort of travel because of the resort that I was staying in. And my son just absolutely lovely. He continues to dream about it.
I bet. Yeah. Okay, Patty. So maybe last question here,
Yeah.
before we sign off. What is on your bucket list for travel? Where are you looking to go? You know, when the world opens up again, what's the next spot? What's on your dream list? Where are you going?
Absolutely, absolutely. As I just said a second ago, I haven't really traveled a lot for A or B reason. I mean, I'm not a big traveler. So my bucket list is endless. It's a big bucket list, but my immediate destinations that I really want to go into. And before I even say that, what I want to say is when I travel, I usually like to travel to countries or destinations that are so rich in culture that I have something in a specific looking forward to experience. So three of the countries that I really want to visit as soon as possible, it's Australia, Rwanda, and I also want to visit Italy.
Mm.
And Italy, once in Italy, my biggest focus is on Rome. Being a Catholic, I really want to enjoy everything, you know, the architecture, the history behind all that they have there. As far as Rwanda, oh my God, I really can't wait to make it there. You know, being that Rwanda has gone through all the conflicts that it has gone through, I think it's an interesting country to visit. I was recently reading that it's one of the cleanest, you know, capital and country in Africa. And it also has ranked I think it's number 9 in place in the entire world as being safe and clean countries. They also, I'm a lover of tea and coffee most definitely. So the coffee plantations and the tea that they have, it's really to die for. I encourage you to learn a little bit more about their coffee plantations and all that.
Definitely.
And last but not least, I definitely want to go and enjoy some time and perhaps not engage, but see with my own eyes the beautiful gorillas. I mean, these are the animals that resemble a human being the most. So I think it would be a beautiful experience for me and Diego to come and have.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yes, and interesting enough, One&Only has 2 beautiful properties in Rwanda. We have Gorilla Nest, and then we have the Union House. So we'll probably have a place to stay.
Yeah.
Same thing with Australia. You know, Australia, they have a beautiful resort also outside of Sydney, Wolgan Valley. I encourage you to learn about Wolgan Valley. That's another resort that I'm dying to stay in. And if I was ever given the opportunity to sell it, I will definitely sell it right away. Represent it.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Thank you for sharing all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other question, guys? Or is it my turn to question you?
Fair.
I think I'm going to review Los Cabos with you, Joseph.
I've always wanted to see One&Only Palmilla. We were just talking the other day about when I first learned about it was when you guys had your opening, and
Yes.
you know, Oprah was there, and I remember hearing about that, and I thought to myself, I said, if Oprah stays there, I have to stay there someday. You know?
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, the Sunset Mona Lisa, you know, I was reading about it, and it was first owned by an Italian who married, listen to this, who married the niece of the former president back in those, you know, years, back in the 1950s.
Oh, wow.
And the son of the president was the owner of Palmilla. So it looks like that one family, it's really what made, you know, One&Only Palmilla what it is back then and now. I think that that's what we drew the celebrity, oh my God, help me. What's the word I want to use?
Sort of the buzz about it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So lovely. I can't wait to start, you know, building history on One&Only Mandarina. I don't know if I shared this with you, but the land itself was owned by about 50 different families. So it took ownership quite some time, I want to say 10 to 12 years to acquire the land.
I bet.
Because they just didn't want to let go. they wanted to sell that land to somebody who was really building something that will blend into the beautiful flora and nature that the land offers. And that's why they came up with the beautiful tree houses and the entire architecture at Mandarina. If you notice, it's quite holistic.
Mm-hmm.
It's, the colors are quite humble, beautiful. They blend into the nature. So what we want to show with that is that we are respecting, you know, nature. There's no tree that we cut that was not replanted. It's a very protective area.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember seeing those photos you shared a few weeks ago. I mean, just breathtaking.
Absolutely. And stay tuned on Instagram, on Facebook, because from here on, I will be sharing weekly updates on One&Only Mandarina. So you'll be seeing the restaurant, the beautiful jetty we've got, the swimmable beach. Oh my God, something that I'm looking forward to is the, what are they called? Oh my goodness, the charro nights. Are you guys familiar with the charro nights?
No.
So the charro nights will take place on our beautiful equestrian center, you know, with beautiful stables, horses, and all that. So in Mexico, they take so much pride in showing the most beautiful horses that they have, and they do a charro night. And a charro night, it's sort of like a show event in which they show these horses, they dance, everybody has sombreros, a beautiful cuisine, live music. It's incredible. I can't wait.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
look up charro nights to get a full description of exactly what it is. I can't seem to describe it quite well.
And what was the Instagram handle that you just suggested to everybody?
Oh, no, that's just my Instagram.
Your own,
But
okay.
One&Only does have Instagram, Facebook. We have all the social medias that we participate in. So stay tuned to any of those. Please follow us. It's either hashtag One&Only here, or embrace One&Only Palmilla, or One&Only Mandarina.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, Patty, I feel like we could probably just continue hanging out all day. And I loved hearing about your story and your career, and, you know, all about the magnificent resorts. And thank you for the update.
Absolutely.
You know, we're just about out of time. So I just want to say thank you. Always great to see you. Enjoyed everything you had to say today. So thank you again.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Colter. And everybody, if you need anything for Palmilla or Mandarina, the three of us will be more than ready to assist you. Thank you guys for the support.
Right on. Thanks, Patty. See you guys. Have a good day.
Bye.